Hello and welcome, Scorpio, to your June blessings. So let's go ahead and get into this. Remember, this is collective in general, so receive what aligns, release what does not align with you. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember that you are a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. All right, Scorpio, so let's dive into it. So I kind of want to start out with what's pulling my attention first is the place where you might receive a blessing here in June or something that is a blessing to you. We have a coffee house. So coffee, tea, artisanal brews, pastry, indulgence. So some of you, maybe this is where you like to work, where you like to, plan, where you like to plan or write, or I'm getting a lot of creative ideas. Some of you, it might be some sort of meeting at a coffee house. Some of you, it's a new coffee house that opens up around you that's like this high vibe vortex. So it's easier for you to connect and to create. You meet a lot of great people. The coffee tastes like magic or the tea tastes like magic. It could be that as well. So coffee house, I'm also getting for some of you, perhaps you're an artist, okay, or a musician and you play at a coffee house, but that could be something that brings in a blessing for you. Some of you could work at a coffee house. There's a lot of different, messages coming through there. Now, we also have for blessings for you when it comes to the stress-free life. We have, I am safe when I express my feelings. I can be serene in any situation. And I have a wonderful relationship with my friends, family members, and coworkers. I am appreciated. So, perhaps there's like a social circle or a group that you're going to be meeting with. Maybe it's a book club or something at a coffee house where you feel deeply appreciated, right? Where you have those sorts of energies of those around you that you feel safe opening up to, connecting with, expressing yourself emotionally, right? We also have a blessing for you is surrendering resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life, right? Yeah, don't hold on to resentments, because when you do that, you don't have to let those people back into your life. And to truth be told, you don't have to forgive them. That's your own journey. That's your own choice. It's helpful when you do because you can release the cord and that's not taking up space. But same with like the resentment. If you're holding on to resentment, you are, putting yourself in a bitter place where you're not going to see the blessings coming in, where you're not going to be opening up to love, or you're not going to be opening up to healthier relationships. So it does feel like this is a blessing coming in. You're able to let something from the past go, and it encourages and opens you up to invite in new energies, right? There's also the message coming in here of Fortuna when it comes to your career, when it comes to your business, or even your creative ideas. There's this fortune energy that is showing up here. That fortune is in your favor. It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune energy. And I feel like it's an alignment. It's kind of like being in the right place at the right time here, Scorpio. We also have had divination coming through. So really trusting in the power of your intuition. Your Scorpio, your water sign, you're highly intuitive. So be paying attention to your intuitive messages that are coming through here, right? Because with that divination energy, maybe you work with divination tools. Some of you, it's like that's something you're really gifted with, you want to explore, okay? That could be bringing in a lot of luck in your experience. For some of you too, because we have the Fool energy as in like who could bring in a blessing in your experience. And the Fool energy in this deck is not the greatest, right? In the tarot, it's like a brand new beginning, it's adventure, it's, taking a leap of faith, and that could be the case. Or you could see this as your own divination is going to prevent you from taking a misstep in your experience, right? Or acting impulsively, right? Making some sort of mistake. That could be the case here as well. So you just kind of take what aligns, with you, but it also could be a new beginning, or again, new energy that you're opening up to, new people, new social circles, that you're opening up to now that you have released this resentment. But some of you, yeah, your divination is really strong. So you can divine in many different ways with tarot cards, with runes, with pendulum. I can do it just looking up into the trees. You can do it, scry within a water bowl. There's so many different things you can do. So maybe explore that. You might have some hidden talents, gifts, or skills, or some of you could receive a lot of support with that. That's a gift that you can bring forward to perhaps help others with too. Okay, with that divination and luck. The other message that we have is we have believe coming through as a blessing. Okay, so you're believing in yourself. And then we also have abundance. So some of you might have thought like, oh, like my gifts and talents and skills can't lead to abundance. But actually, yes, they can. And, you know, there's the sense of you believing more in yourself, and all of a sudden these opportunities opening up for you, right? That's what's coming through here. And there could be some sort of dream that you had, or again, something from like when you were a child that is some sort of dream that's going to be fulfilled or lead to some sort of abundance here, right? It's almost like your inner child is like cheering you on here. Some of you, it's like with your own divination practices or like your own spiritual gifts and abilities, you're believing in yourself more, and that's leading to more opportunities and abundance because, you know, you're believing in yourself and the world's believing in you. That's the sort of energy that's coming through here, that you're attracting in those that align with you, right? In your own unique soul blueprint and your gifts. Okay. We also have a creative endeavor coming through for a blessing for you. There's that musician energy. Okay. Maybe some of you play at weddings or coffee houses, or, you know, it could be something coming through, but you see there's like a blank slate. Okay. So some of you, it's like after you release this past energy, you release the resentments. Maybe even you felt like you played the fool in the past. That's something that you're healing and releasing. Now you have a fresh blank page to create from. Okay. And that's something that it looks like you're going to be diving into. That's going to be a blessing for you. Okay. It could also be a creative endeavor, a creative event that you go to that brings in some sort of blessing or inspiration for you. When it comes to inner child healing, we have flow, find an easier path forward, surrender the outcome, and release your expectations. So again, there's a lot of releasing happening for you, Scorpio, in the month of June, and things are moving forward. You're finding your own flow. We also have your intuitive blessing, impression versus expression. So you're kind of becoming more aware of, you know, those of you that are already tapped in with your spiritual gifts and abilities, you're fine tuning them. Okay. Some of you, again, you're releasing any sort of resentments, or like maybe people that didn't believe in you. Okay. Or people that you felt blocked you on your path. You're releasing that. You're finding more inner peace. You're realizing when people kind of project their experience onto you, and you're releasing that, you're not taking that on, but you are fine tuning, you know, your spiritual gifts and abilities and the way that you deliver your messages, right? Your messaging, your packaging, that's something that you are fine tuning here, Scorpio. See if there's anything else. I feel like you're also meeting people where they're at instead of having unrealistic expectations of them. Okay. That could lead to disappointment. You're kind of getting some of the same messages from Leo. So you might want to watch the Leo video, or you might have strong Leo in your chart. Ultimately, you can watch any video that you feel called to. We have many different, you know, signs within our charts, right? But if you're called to it, you know, there could be messages there for you. So go ahead and check that out. So it feels like you're being elevated, and there's a greater flow that's coming into your experience. Okay, we also have for the creative energy blessing, what do you really want? So you're discovering what it is that you truly want, and you're aligning with that, you know. You might have what you desired before in the past might not be what you desire now, and you're really being honest with yourself, and that's helping you, you know, to align your life with what you want to create and bring into your experience. When it comes to love and relationships, we have I am so in love with you. So some of you could be receiving that message from someone here. It could be a love confession. You know, if you're already in a relationship, this person could really be very passionate for you. Okay. Really seeing you shine. And I think that just like stokes the flames within this person with the passion that they have. It could be some of you releasing an X energy and opening up to someone who really aligns and sees you and appreciates you and values you and wants to have a new beginning with you, expresses their love for you. Okay, sometimes when doors don't open, they're not our doors, right? That could be the case here in some sort of romantic situation. But it feels like in June, you could be meeting someone new with that Ace of Wands and that Six of Wands, and there's like a very passionate energy here. Okay. So, Yeah, it looks like there's just this shift. There's this alignment. There's this recognition of, okay, this is who I am now, and this is what I want. And it's different from what I wanted before, right? You're allowed to change. You're allowed to, evolve and grow. That's part of, being here on earth. You're allowed to be powerful in your gifts and your abilities. And if you had people that, didn't believe in you, it feels like you're releasing that and you're aligning with those that do, and you're surrounding yourself with, warm, loving energies that really appreciate you. And some of you, yes, it could be a brand new love connection that comes in here that's very passionate, right? That, you know, um, where there is love expression, where there isn't, games being played. Now, it's all fire, right? So it's all passion. It's not necessarily grounded yet, but there is a lot of attraction and magnetism here. And I think that's coming in for you, Scorpio, because you're really aligning with who you truly are rather than, that past energy, right? Or maybe that jaded, there was a jaded energy or jaded mask that you were wearing because of these resentments, and now that you're releasing it, your beauty's really showing in this world, your light's really showing in this world, and so you're attracting in the right opportunities and being called to go to the right spaces and places, and even avoid some certain, spaces or places. That full energy could be somebody that you resent in your experience, and you're forgiving or you're releasing that person, and you're just moving forward here into spaces and places where you're supported, loved, and appreciated, and your gifts and talents and skills are needed, right? And celebrated here, and you're getting back into your flow because you are aligning with your authenticity and who you are now. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.